Great evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us on this edition of the Coach's Corner. My name is Nikia O'Shea. I am one of the senior partners on this team, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your day. And it's been a Wednesday, okay? It's definitely been a hump day. So I want to thank you for taking time to spend some time with us. Now, if you don't have any background noise, we'd like for you to take yourself off mute. If you do have background noise, then do me a favor and remain on mute. We do want to have a conversation with you. And so, for us to do that, we want you to interact, okay? So, I want to put something on your mind. Look ahead. And when I share these things with you, you guys, I encourage myself as well, okay? So, look ahead. Remind yourself of your responsibility to your future. Then cheerfully shoulder that responsibility and enjoy creating the kind of future where you will be eager to live. I'm going to repeat that again. Create the kind of future where you will be eager to live. The young man that's going to bring the information to us tonight, he knows the roadmap so that you can have that future where you will have time freedom and financial freedom, and you'll be able to leave a legacy for your family. But more importantly, you'll be able to spend time with your family, that no one is able to dictate to you when you can do that. He has over 30 years experience in this industry. He is a documented seven-figure income earner. He is a coach, motivational speaker, but more importantly, he has a heart for the people. I'd like to introduce to some, but present to others, Coach Sonic Jones. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Well, that's all I needed to know. Thank you so much for that warm introduction, Nikia Ray. Man, what was the quote? Live a life that you say that one more time. I love it.
Look ahead. Remind yourself of your responsibility to your future. Then cheerfully shoulder that responsibility and enjoy creating the kind of future where you will be eager to live.
That's what it was. Create the kind of future that you will be eager to live. That's good. I hope somebody took that down tonight, man. That was good, Nikia. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you and everybody joining us live this evening for the Coach's Corner.
Well,
Today,
Sean cut the grass a lot shorter this time.
well, we sure will cut your grass shorter, and we're gonna mute you out. So you're gonna doing that. All right. We're gonna start over, and we're gonna leave that in record. So y'all know what not to do when you come on the Coach's Corner call. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, but this training this week was actually inspired by two individuals. I'm not gonna call them out. If you were on early, you would have learned who one of them is. And I got, and for some reason, I'm not gonna call out the other person, but I can't believe this person came to me and said, "I don't really know what to say when I meet people." All the trainings we've been doing, well, listen, this training is for you. And if it's not for you, hopefully the rest of y'all will get something from this, because today we want to talk about what we call an elevator pitch. Now, as I was crafting this particular training for tonight, I realized that I'm in the South now. And some of y'all people in the South, they're being thrown on the elevator. I don't know what's going on, you know. That's all we did was ride elevators in New York. But for those that don't know what an elevator pitch is, we're going to actually get into that as well. But for those of you who do, and who is, I don't want to say mastered, but at least attempted to talk to somebody about your business, would anybody like to share what they may say to somebody as an elevator pitch? Let's see who got a little gumption tonight. Nobody. Watch this. 5, 4, 3.
Somebody better speak up.
Man, I knew it was going to happen.
Okay,
Thomas.
I have one for you. I have one.
Oh, Mr. Stone. You know what, Mr. Stone? Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
When it comes to your options in life, do you keep an open mindset when it comes to making extra money?
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. Stone. I know a lot of y'all have heard that before, or a version or a different rendition of it. It's something that we definitely used and taught in this industry. And for whatever reason, I don't know why people sometimes want to mix things up. They want to try new things. Let me see what else works. So I took some time to try to put together different versions of some things that you can say. Now, let me start off by saying this. My way is not the only way. Okay. My goal is to share with you through experience things that I have tried, used, done, taught, whatever the case is. And I try to make sure that we pass on the most successful things. And so with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's jump into a PowerPoint, which I haven't done in a long time. So let's share this PowerPoint, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys tell me if and when you can see my screen. We're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling.
It's up.
I can see your
Yes,
screen.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you see that handsome devil, then I'm doing all right, ladies and gentlemen. But today we're gonna talk about mastering your elevator pitch. Now, I'm gonna say this one more time. I literally, like 5 minutes before I hit the Zoom button to start this training, was working on this PowerPoint. So if there are some grammatical errors or spelling errors, to my teachers and educators in here, calm down. I apologize ahead of time. All right. Well, now, but that being said, let's talk about what is an elevator pitch, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what it is a short, persuasive message that communicates the value of what you have to offer in the time that it takes to ride in an elevator, generally maybe about 30 to 60 seconds, all right? It's designed where it should spark some curiosity, it should engage your listener, and furthermore, it should invite further conversation. So what's your pitch? Now, your elevator pitch, guys, should be your first impression, and often it's going to be your only chance to make someone curious about what it is that you do, and it needs to be done in less than a minute. Okay, because we don't have a lot of time on elevators, all right? So you should be able to clearly, confidently share the following things. Number one, you should share who you help. So when you're talking in your elevator pitch, you're talking to somebody, you should definitely share who it is that you help. You should share what the problem is that you solve. You should also share why your opportunity matters. I think this one right here is pretty important. And then we should talk about how simple it is to start. All right. Now, my goal tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is simple. I want to equip you with the tools, the structure, and the confidence for you to deliver 30 to 60-second pitches that's going to inspire others to explore joining, that should be your global business. Your goal tonight, I want you to understand, well, not just tonight, but when you're dealing with elevator pitches and you're talking to people, is to invite, not to convince. I tell y'all all the time, we are not in the convincing business. To me, that business is way too expensive. I'm not looking to get into it, right? We're in the explaining business, we're in the inviting business, and I want you to know that a good pitch actually sparks curiosity, not pressure. My job is not to put pressure on people that I talk to. I never want to pressure you to make money. I never want to pressure you to increase your health. I never want to pressure you to do business with some good people. Nope. Simply going to invite you and not convince you, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk about the blueprint for a good elevator pitch. The ideal pitch, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, should contain 5 core elements. These are the core elements that I came up with. Please take these down. Element number 1, it should contain a good hook or introduction. That's designed to grab the attention of whoever you're talking to. Element number 2, it should talk about what you do, giving you an opportunity to kind of share your mission or what your value or value statement is about your business. Number 3, it should include who you help, giving you the opportunity to define who your target audience is. And you can actually edit you can edit these things when you're talking to individuals and really cater them to individual groups, individual target audiences depending on where you are. So if I'm in a school elevator, well, I'm probably going to target that particular conversations to some educators, to some teachers, right? Or if I'm at the hospital, I may want to target it to some doctors or some nurses or whatever the case is. Like wherever you work, it gives you the opportunity to really kind of change up, but define who the target audience is when you're talking to them. Number 4, guys, it should give you, you should have the opportunity to talk about what your unique offer is or your opportunity. Basically giving you that position to describe a solution to whatever a problem may be, right? And then last but not least, it should always include some sort of call to action, giving the person that you're talking to what their next step should be. I'm going to give you some examples of some elevator pitches that you can use. And I also tonight would love for you to take the time to write down the core elements and I'm going to give you the opportunity to write your own elevator pitch. And I would love for you to share what you came up with. So here's a basic formula. Hi, I'm whatever your name is, right? I help whatever target audience you want to talk about. So I help doctors, I help teachers, I help businessmen, I help budding entrepreneurs, whatever the target audience that you're talking to, who do you help? I help blank achieve, and then whatever your desired result is. How? Through a wellness business where they can start for under $150 and run from anywhere in the world. So I put anywhere, but from anywhere in the world. I put this in here for 2 reasons. Let me stop and pause because I want to get on this part. Some of y'all are going to want to say you can start it for $5. You can start it for $10. You can start it for $25. And I'm going to tell you all of those are correct. You can absolutely say what you want to say. Me, I'm going to tell a person they can start a business for under $150. Why? Because $150 is not a lot of money to start a business. Here's the other thing. I'm already setting the goal of where I'm looking for them to start. Some of y'all wind up lowballing people just to see, I don't want to spend nobody's money and I don't want, people will always move if you create the value. Let me show you that. Let me tell you that. So you can feel free to put whatever number you want, but I put in my examples that you're going to be able to start a business in the wellness industry for under $150. Okay. I'm letting people know we have a simple system and a supportive community as well. And here's my call to action. Would you be open to hearing more? Very simple formula where you can get this out in 30 to 60 seconds while talking to a person. And then based on whatever they're saying, based on their response, this goes back to the 1-minute presentation training that I did. All it's designed to do is invite and let somebody make a decision. And what this is doing is giving you the opportunity to have pre-sold on your opportunity. Your elevator pitch gives you the opportunity to get pre-sold people. So again, we're not convincing anybody. If I'm asking, would you be open to hear more? And they say yes, I keep going. If they say no, I stop. And I'm okay with whatever decision they make. Now, as part of the formula, when designing your pitch, I would suggest that you be sure to include these attractive features of your offer. Number 1, talk about being in the health and wellness business or whatever business you're choosing to talk about, because the training is universal, right? So talk about being in the health and wellness business and how it's a booming industry. Number 2, talk about how it's a global. Sorry about that, guys. Talk about how it's a global and remote friendly business, meaning you literally could work from anywhere in the world. Now, I used to always say, give you an opportunity to work from home, but Lord knows, I don't have a problem being on a cruise ship somewhere in the middle of an ocean, pulling out my phone and doing business. I don't got to be at home, right? So I let people know it's global, meaning it's not just isolated to the particular area that I'm in and I'm talking to somebody. And it's a remote friendly business, meaning you can work from anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also suggest you include the startup course, giving people this information right away. Your thoughts may be I can scare them. My thoughts is we're going to give them the opportunity to make a well-rounded decision whether they want to move forward or learn more. And I'm okay with whatever decision they choose. All right. Next thing, I would include that you could give you a flexible time commitment. This is not a full-time gig. This is not you getting a second job. You can work this whenever you want, from wherever you want. We're going to give you the mentorship. We're going to give you the community necessary to win. You'll have the opportunity to, learn from 6 and 7-figure earners. And so, let people know training is included, right? And then let them know we have a simple yet duplicatable system. And that's what's going to allow people to have the success that they need. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to give you some examples. 10 examples of some pitches that you guys can use. Started with number 1. This one, we designed it around lifestyle freedom, ladies and gentlemen. I help people take control of their health and income through a wellness business that they can run from their phone anywhere in the world. It costs under $150 to start, and it comes with full mentorship. Would you be open to learning more? Yes or no? Very simple. I gave them all of the different components, the 5 components that I talked about. We put inside these elevator pitches. Number 2, this one is about time freedom. Most people trade time for money. I show people how to build a wellness business they can run from anywhere in part-time hours, starting for less than $150. It's perfect for those wanting freedom without sacrificing their health. All right, let's go to number 3. This is for your problem solvers. I partner with people who want more energy, more income, and more freedom through a wellness business that's global, duplicatable, and under $150. Want to hear more? They got to respond, and they got to respond yes or no, right? Number 4, for the Gen Zs and the millennials, for the young bucks out there, right? Hey, listen, man, I help people ditch their 9-to-5 and live on their own terms. I partner with a wellness company that lets you start a business for under $150 from your phone with full mentorship. You in? Yes or no, right? Again, 30 to 60-second pitches, things that you can say, and these, again, are suggestions. Here's number 5. Give me an opportunity to work from anywhere. I run a wellness business from my phone, home, beach, plane. It doesn't matter. It's under $150 to start, and I mentor people globally to do the same. You curious? Simple. Has my call to action. Lets people know how much it costs to start. I got a global business. You're not tied to anything. You can do it from anywhere in the world, right? Here's talking about a side hustle. Listen, I help busy people start a simple wellness side hustle with no inventory, full support, and startup costs for under $150. Would you be open to exploring if it's for you? You know what they got to say? Yes or no? All right. Either way, we let them know. All right. Did I do, let's see. Here we got another one. Parent freedom. How about talking to some parents out there? You may be at your child's football game. I don't think we got Charlotte Whitaker on here tonight, but man, every time I speak with her, she's at somebody's game. How about talking to some other parents? Hey, listen, I'm a parent too. I'm building a wellness business during nap time, right? It's flexible, meaningful, and less than $150 to launch. And I help others do the same. You want to see how? Simple enough, right? Social proof. Here's some for you guys who want to put something on the web, put something on your social media. Over 50,000 people are creating better lives through our wellness platform. I help new partners start their online business with full mentorship for under $150. Curious of how it works? Leave a comment or message me now, right? Put something like that as far as call to action. Let's go to the next one. Number 9. Wellness and income. Hey, listen, everyone deserves wellness and freedom. I help people build income and impact with a simple global wellness business that you can launch for under $150. I don't know why I can't get that out tonight. For under $150. You want to hear more about it? Keep it simple, y'all. Number 10, the last one, team expansion. Right? Then you're asking if they want to be a part of the expansion. I'm expanding my wellness team, and I'm looking for motivated people who want income, flexibility, and purpose. It's under $150 to start, and it's fully online. Would you be open to take a look? My job is to create curiosity. It's to invite. It's not to convince. It's to let somebody know what I do in clear, concise, simple terms. And then in turn, I want to know if they'll be interested in learning some more, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are smart enough to be on this call, please pull out a pen and paper. If you haven't been taking notes, go ahead and write your own pitch. I would make sure you include these few things right here. Make sure you got your name, who you help, the problem that you may solve, what your unique offer might be, and a simple call to action. And what I'm going to do is, let me come up off of share for a second. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we picked back up the recording in our live meeting. It didn't actually record. So just wanted to go through the rest of the slides really quick so those watching the replay just can have access to some things, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh, by the way, this is just again, a format, a guide for you to write your own pitch, just basically saying, hi, I'm blank and I help blank through a global wellness business. They can start for under $150 and run from anywhere. I provide training tools and mentorship. Would you be open to hearing more? Just kind of giving you the basics on what you need to include or what you should include when talking to people using an elevator pitch. I put in some bonuses, ladies and gentlemen, so some quick social media and direct messaging scripts. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, hey, such and such, I know this might be random, but I'm expanding the wellness business globally and looking for a few people who want more flexibility, income, and purpose. It's under $150 to start and totally online. Would you be open to hearing a bit more about it? So simple to the point. But giving people the option to say yes or no, and basically allowing you to move on to the next step. Here's one great, something great for an Instagram story with a nice picture. I used to think you had to choose between passion and paycheck, but I found a way to create both. Working in the wellness space from my phone for under $150. If you ever wanted freedom, purpose, and extra income, I'd love to show you how. And here's a voice note script. So for those of you that like to be inside Messenger and leaving voice notes instead of typing things up, here's something that you might consider saying. Hey, I just wanted to quickly share something that's been a game changer for me. I started a wellness business. I can run from anywhere, and it costs less than $150 to start and comes with full training. I've been helping others to do the same. Would you be open to hearing how it works? Again, our job is really just get them to answer with a yes or no and figuring out who wants more information. We're in the sorting business. We want to sort through as many people that's interested in hearing, and that's giving us qualified prospects to talk to, ladies and gentlemen, so we do not stay in a convincing game. We don't even want to start playing the convincing game. All right, so some final tips for you to remember. Number one, practice your pitch until it sounds natural. You do not want to sound like a robotic, recorded individual. You don't need to sound like you're reading, hi, my name is, and I do, no, don't do that. So practice your pitch until it actually begins sounding natural from your own voice. And speaking of that, use your own story and use real energy. People can always tell a fake from a mile away, right? And they also they know when you're smiling, when you're genuine. So when you're talking to people, again, remember, we are in the people business. And remember that your number one job is not only to make new friends and things like that, but it's also to build rapport, ladies and gentlemen. That being said, keep your elevator pitch short and conversational, right? Inviting, you guys to talk a little bit more about, what you're doing or when they may be interested in hearing some more. And then last but not least, please focus on connection, not perfection. Again, I stress to you, we are in the people business, and that ability for you to build rapport with people and create relationships is probably going to be the most important thing to do. This is just a guide on how to start to accentuate and help you along the way to meeting people and talking to them about your business, giving you some ideas on what to say and how to say it, and do it in a very short period of time. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you kindly for your attention for tonight. I hope that you learned something or picked up something that can help you all in your future when talking to people, knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. That being said, I appreciate you guys watching the replay. My name is Sonic Jones, and I am Rosalind's baby boy. I see you guys at the top because the bottom is just way too crowded. Thank you. Have a great night, and God bless.